Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Shoot the Shift. You lot liked what we did last week, so no front end on this week again. This week, we are going to be sponsored by chrome-wrapped BMW drivers and water bottles. That sticker, by the way, for those of you who follow us on social media on the other stuff, that should be out sometime next week. So get on the website before 50 of them disappear.
I need to get one of them and stick it down near my pedals somewhere where you'll only see it if you just happen to.
Oh, pedal cam.
Yeah.
So we are back to doing what we do here at Violent Running. There's a limited edition slap drop coming on the 28th of next month. It's all Pocket Monster themed.
I know what they are.
So does everyone now.
Everyone
Yeah, but
does.
I know which ones they are.
We put out a poll and it's the highest voted ones. Go join Slap Club UK if you want to vote in polls, but do that after we've talked about basically massive, colossal dropping of nuts, bollock drops when it's all gone wrong. So sorry about the we've not done one.
Bam was a tit.
I was being a diva. That's what was happening.
Is this the episode of where we just rinse Bam, Matt, and Bryn and me?
Yeah. Because this is about when it all goes wrong, and you make your little excuses. I think.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you make your little scared noise. I've done that a few times.
Oh, when a little
We've
bit,
got plenty of video.
when a little bit of brown liquid rapidly escapes your bottom. You mean?
Everyone loves a Bryn scream in the passenger seat, followed by a giggle.
The one I always remember was when he was getting chased by Low Origin, and he was driving at that point.
It was just very no, Alex, no.
So context, because I don't know.
Well, if you don't know, we're screwed.
Are these racing driver excuses or excuses?
No, I was talking about the Bryn screaming with Alex from Low Origin.
It was a Rockingham day. There was like an 11-car train. I decided I'm just going to go at the back. I'm going to have a chill time and I'm going to video everyone. Somebody spin. Cars went everywhere. I ended up in the middle of it with like a 400 500 horsepower S14 trying to get on my door. And I was not ready for this moment.
No, you was, but you mentally wasn't.
Yeah, mentally I was just like, this is not where I wanted to be.
So if people don't know what's prompted this conversation, basically at Tucked, some professional race car driver.
Wrong.
That's why I put up the bunny ears, Mills.
Just remember this goes out on Spotify, and that doesn't work on Spotify.
Okay. Air quotes. Professional race driver. Close air quotes. Exited the venue in his chrome wrapped BMW. Probably lost control of the vehicle, slammed it into a traffic light where people were standing around, and then tried to escape the scene a little bit as well from some of the accounts I've heard. So this is kind of about that thing that kind of follows on from last week about and a few weeks before about what's ruining the car scene, and it is don't line the exit first of all because you encourage people to be idiots.
That really, really annoys me. Yeah. If it was any other day, if you were standing at the edge of a road, a policeman would come and you'd get arrested for, or you'd get moved along. But as soon as a car show of any sign, they just leave hundreds of people standing on, hanging off lampposts on the edge of the road. Why is that okay?
Because it creates controversy and then they can take away all of our cars. But enough about deep states and conspiracy theories this week.
I think the other issue is they're too busy actually trying to rein in the drivers that are doing stupid shit.
I think the whole point of the matter, he got really lucky that there was a lamppost pole and there wasn't a person between his car and that lamppost pole.
Well, there was a person.
No, they were around the side. There was no major injuries, as I understand it.
Yeah, the person actually commented on the video saying, I'm glad that lamppost there saved me and my dad.
Yeah, and
Why
really
were you
importantly,
standing there?
and really importantly, if anyone had been majorly injured, we wouldn't be releasing a sticker to take the piss, because that's not okay. But luckily, we do get to take the piss out of the idiot that proceeded to then blame his over-enthusiastic driving on his child's water bottle falling under the brake pedal.
Right?
I don't understand the physics of that. It made sense at the time, it was like, a water bottle got jammed under the pedals and that's what caused it. But that would just stop pedals going down. It didn't stop your throttle coming back up, surely. And he said it got jammed under the brake. If you brake, you're just going to spin anyway. That's the wrong pedal at that point.
Shows you his air quotes professionalism, end of air quotes.
There we go. So
that's how you do that.
All right.
So once
That
again,
had some
on the
practice
person
from me messing up
financing
and
a car.
making the mistake. So yeah, I think keep that behaviour away from crowds, preferably on a racetrack, but definitely away from crowds of people. We all agree on that. So anyway, what I proceeded to do, one of my first big crashes, was a bit of stupidity on my part. And what happened was I was driving down a country lane in my nice shiny new just finished working on the engine Mini, and I spun out in a corner which I entered very enthusiastically and wrapped the car sideways around a tree. And what I did, because it was winter, was blame that to my parents on black ice.
Yes.
A believable
They believed you?
excuse. They did.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. If you're going to make up an excuse, it's got to be believable.
Yeah.
I mean, when I
sorry,
my,
Mum.
I rolled my 306 first ever car, lift off oversteer, classic Peugeot thing, rolled it into a field and it stopped on the roof. And it's definitely down to inexperience, because I think I've spoken about this before. But you go back and look at the road, and it was just a rainbow of oil. I was like, yeah, that's my problem, and that's what I stuck with. But it was genuine.
Your oil.
No, because what happened is it had been baking hot for like 3 weeks, rained for 10 minutes, and then I came into that corner a little
That's
bit.
That's the classic.
Yeah,
that's the classic now, and it's like, it's been hot, it's raining. This is the slippiest whatever road I'm on will ever be.
Yeah. Yep. And you go out there and you could see just all the way down both sides of the road, just a rainbow of oil. It's like, yeah, that'll do it. But that's the only big major crash I've ever had.
I think that genuinely my other big major crash was was when the Mini actually finally got written off. I have no idea why my insurance company repaired the Mini after I wrapped it around a tree, but they did. And it was really nice because it was basically a hand-built rear-line chassis. It was good. But yeah, so the second crash, I actually have a genuine excuse for. And that was I was driving and the other person pulled out around some parked cars and hit me head on.
Nice.
That hurt. That kind of
painful.
And the car jumped backwards in the air so much that it snapped the front axle when it landed, and the back axle when it hit the curb also snapped. So
I'm guessing modern Mini, not an old Mini.
Oh yeah, because if it had been an old Mini, there would be no Bam here to host this magical podcast for you all.
I mean, the rear axle would have still snapped, but it would have snapped when it hit the front axle and bent around the front of the car.
No, it would have just moulded round Bam, and Bam would have stood up. His feet would have gone through the floor, and just holding him in like, guys. Guys.
Speaking of which, weird diversion, but if you haven't seen it, have you ever seen the Euro NCAP crash of a smart car hitting a Mercedes E-Class?
No.
Here's what happens, okay? Because as you'd imagine, Mercedes E-Class, very long car, lots of crumple zone. Crumples up lovely, E-Class fine, E-Class heavy. Smart car, like 2 feet long. So they can't have a lot of crumple zone because there isn't a lot of car. So they're just very stiff. So what happens is the smart car just bounces off the E-Class in one piece. But the force, because there's no crumple zone, that would just kill you. The car just bounces off. You die. It's a really good video. Just Google smart car end cap crash, frontal crash test. It's ridiculous. You watch it and you go, well, that smart car's intact. And then you watch it again in real speed and go, oh.
Yeah, I've seen something similar where I think they crashed a smart car into like a concrete wreck. I think they might have been going faster than 60. And the panels come up, so the doors on those are like separate panels that they stick on, and they just go forward and fly over this wall past the car.
So
and
now
it does the same thing. It just bounces off this concrete barrier. It's like, how is that better?
So now we've got a difficult situation for us, because we've talked about the sex spec Daihatsu for quite a while, but now I just want to get a smart car and crash it into stuff.
I want to make a smart car pickup. I've thought about this before. I've planned it out. I know how you do it. Because they're rear-engined, the whole rear subframe and everything is all one piece. And it's a separate little box. So you could just take it off and move it back without having to do any driveline mods, because it's all in the same place. And the car splits at the rear door, round the side, and there's a little wheel arch section. So all of that, you just move that back, fill it with more panel work, extend the rails. You've got a smart car pickup truck.
I'm in. I don't need any more convincing. Quick, subscribe to the channel so that we can have money to do stupid stuff.
Imagine how good a daily that would be on little 10-inch wheels, absolutely decked. And if you want to put anything in it, you've got a pickup truck.
Be on air.
I've got visions of Bren trying to trailer his car to a drift day with a little smart car pickup truck.
Bryn, can we put on air, but we make the air like when you air it out, like the wheels actually come off the floor. So you see a parking spot 10 yards ahead, you hit it 50 miles an hour, you press the air out button, your whole car decks and just slides in and just stops on friction. So like car version of curling.
Smart car curling, new sport, sponsor us and we can make it happen.
Well, you drive on concrete towards like an ice rink, and then you got air out at the right time.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you pull the handbrake as well, you get a little bit of like rotation as well.
Actual genuine question: do smart cars do they still sell new ones?
Yeah, they're horrible. Smart 4.2, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the Smart 4.2, the Smart 4.4, and then they have the Smart Roadster back in the day, and I couldn't fit in that.
Do you know what's wrong with the Smart Roadster? I think I've said this before, so if I have, sorry anyone who's heard it before. The Smart 4.2, 2 people. Smart 4.4, 4 people. Smart Roadster, why the fuck is it not called the Smart 4 Fun?
Smart 4 Fast.
Yeah, but it's not fun or fast. And it's also
wait. More importantly, here.
By definition, I don't think it's actually a roadster either. I think it's a Targa.
Matt, you're nearly the same height as me.
Smart 4 Targa.
You're nearly the same height as me, right? And I was skinny when I tried to get everyone. How the fuck do you fit in a Smart Roadster to know it's not fun?
I fit in a lot of stuff.
Have you driven a Smart Roadster? I'm going here. I'm asking the question. No. Then we don't know. It's the Smart for Fun, Brent. We've saved your name.
I've worked on one.
Mercedes, if you change the name to the Smart for Fun, you owe us a boatload of money, because I'm going to copyright that tomorrow.
I don't know. I can't remember when I was 16 doing work experience for Mercedes.
My Lotus Elise seats in the MX-5 came out of a Smart Roadster. That's why I got them so cheap. He put them in so that he had more legroom so he could drive his Smart Roadster. Forgot that they were Lotus Elise seats and listed them on eBay as Smart Roadster seats.
How did you find them?
Sheer fluke.
Okay.
But I went, and when I went to look at them, my mate that was with me, I just looked at them and went, and pointed at a badge on it, and we both went, yes, we'll give you £250 for those.
One thing that always bothered me about those Smarts, though, they've got 3 stud wheels, which, like, is fine on a smart car. You know, you kind of, it's a little car, tiny car, don't weigh anything, 3 stud wheels. And then you see the Brabus ones, and it's got 18s, but still only 3 studs. And you just look at it and go, no.
At least you can only ever tighten on the diagonal.
Yeah, but it's just not right, is it? It's all right. It's not enough studs for a wheel that big. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
I don't care. All of the engineering calculations, which will prove it's fine. No, wheel too big for 3 studs. 5 studs. 18s? A 4-stud 18? That's not enough studs. That's wrong.
It's really
Bryn,
important.
why do Formula 1 cars have 18s when they've only got 1 nut?
That's not the same thing. That
It's
is a
1
big
nut.
fuck off nuts.
Right. Getting back on topic. If you work,
Wait, what is the topic?
if you work for Mercedes-Benz, please explain to us why your smart brand did the massive colossal fuck up of putting 18s on a Barabbas Smart 4.2 with 3 stud wheels. That's what we want to know. Now, you've had the F up from me. You've had the fuck up from Matt. Milton, you've probably got some gems.
I've got the basic ones. I've done more damage to my car, unloading it and loading it on the trailer.
He's got to be careful what he says because the missus is in the same room.
Oh no, she knows everything that happens to mine. No, much. It only costs about £3.50. Add 2 zeros. Biggest crash I had it repainted. Like first time professional proper full respray. It was cool. Get it out of the oven, pull it on the trailer, drive 6 hours overnight to Ireland. And I saw Luke Woodham doing a really cool entry and thought, that looks cool and fun and fast and cool. There was cameras everywhere. I did it once. I was like, oh, that was fun. I think I'll go faster. I did it again and I entered, even my tyres were hotter or tyre pressure was low or whatever, or I entered earlier. But there was like Meridian fences, are they called Meridian fences? Like big poles with chain link in the middle of them. And they go into rubber feet.
Do you mean a chain link fence? No.
Well, they're not chain links, but you know what I mean. Anyway, there were some of them guarding a building and they were like that. And I'm going down this road at halfway towards 3rd. No, yeah. I was in 3rd and pulled the handbrake and went right into the middle of it and bounced off. And I just remember just rolling backwards like, oh, that went wrong. And I tried to roll away and I just hear the bumper just fresh paintwork. But I was fine.
That's why he had a black bumper forever.
Yeah.
You had your pink car for longer with a black bumper than you had a pink bumper.
And now he's just got a black car, so it's really easy for us to colour match stuff.
But I did get a picture of the Pretty Monster Girls when it was all pink. And I came away with loads and loads of the pink monster because it was the pink car.
I'm waiting for a water bottle to appear and hit him in the side of the head right now.
What else?
You're boring. Bryn, you've got to have done some good ones.
No, I don't crash.
You had a Seat Arosa that you had to jump through the window of, though.
Yeah, but that's not a crash.
To be fair, you did put that Arosa in a ditch.
Yeah, I did put that Arosa in it. Well, okay. Right. Okay.
The Arosa put itself in the ditch. Story time!
Firstly, in the MX-5, I've not really had any that, like, there can be an excuse for. That's the thing. That was the original theme here. But I have had one kind of similar to Milton, where there was a fence, but I didn't notice it was there. I was doing an auto test with one of my housemates in the car. She'd never been in a car with me before. So I was like, we've kind of fucked up this run. Like, I'm going to do a bit of skidding, show off. She's never been in a car doing skids. I didn't notice there was a fence holding another fence up. So I literally just clutch kicked into a fence. So like, and I still didn't know it was there. So it was just big clutch kick entry, smash straight away. And both of us just went, and slowly drove off the track.
Is it more an embarrassment?
My excuse was I didn't notice it was there. It was a real stupid place to put a fence, if I'm honest. But there was a fence.
My excuse was whoever designed this layout was an idiot.
Yeah, but no. To be fair, I did put the Arosa in a ditch twice. Actually, the one that I think Matt's referring to is when I knew it was going to be scrapped and it had just snowed, so I went out and did some snow drifting. And,
with Initial D playing as well.
With Initial D playing full blast. And kind of understeered at one point, went straight into a ditch. I actually did that twice, which is why at the end of the video you hear the deja vu play, because that happened again.
How did you get it out the ditch?
Well, I know, it kind of like went into the ditch. The car cut out, all the lights and everything went off, and like rolled back out of the ditch again.
Oh.
And the other one was because I was messing with my shoe, not on a snowy day, just driving to work on an entirely normal day, and my shoe was annoying me. So I leant down and then realized that I was driving up a ditch or a bank, and it was just like, oh god.
Oh, that reminds me of not paying attention. I was driving. We did drift at Birmingham Wheels.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Three Sisters, but go on.
Rest
Yeah, I
in
was
peace.
thinking of Three
Rest in
Sisters.
peace, Birmingham Wheels.
We can tell that story in a minute.
Yeah, so you weren't driving though.
No, and we was convoying with Dan, and Matt was behind me, and we pulled up to a roundabout. We didn't know where we was going. We was going for dinner, and then I pulled out, and there was a big enough gap, and I was looking in the mirrors to see if he was behind me, but I forgot to realise that I was quite close to the roundabout, and then I realised, oh, I have a trailer, so I swerved left to give me more room and pop the tyres. There was many expletives. Because I didn't even. Why did I need to watch if what was you driving then? Was it the NC or?
Yeah, it was the NC with the original engine in it.
Yeah, so it was you're driving an Asda, so of course you're going to make it out on a roundabout if I can in a trailer. But we changed it and it was fine. But it was just one of those things.
Luckily, he only popped the one, so it was just a case of tools out of the back of the car, put the spare on, and then carry on.
Just really inconvenient.
Yeah,
in the middle of Birmingham.
That was no, but like Birmingham Wheels. Yeah, there's a fuck up from the council.
Oh, I wonder if, because Andy I know keeps an eye on it. I wonder if they started doing any work on it.
Oh, I don't think they have.
Because it was Japanese rotweed.
Japanese
knotweed.
Something like that. Yeah.
Which has been there for about 50 years and has never been a problem.
Yeah, pretty much. There was absolutely no reason for them to close it, but here we are. No, I'm not sure. I think they wanted to build houses on it, and I'm not sure anyone wants to live directly opposite. I think there's a recycling centre,
Scrapyard,
a scrapyard, big. There's a train yard thing for changing containers over.
Rumours are, I think they wanted to make it into warehousing so they could sell it, but then like round the corner there's empty warehouses to let, so it's not like.
I wouldn't have thought.
They got money from the government. They got money from the government for decommissioning it or something.
That scrapyard was cool though. I've got a really good shot from a drift day video of like two cars come past, and then in the background a massive crane arm literally just lobs half a car. And like I got home and saw this, I was like, "That's the best thing I've ever recorded." What do you mean?
So forget door-on-door tandems. Someone just yeeted an Ibiza across this scrapyard.
Sounds about right.
Oh God.
Oh.
I have a.
Can we address one thing, Matt, before we? Why are you sitting on a bucket seat on a couch? It's not like a new shoe.
I've got to.
It's not like shoes. You have to bed it in, walk around your house in high heels before you go out. Club it. I mean, what?
It just, I haven't got anywhere better to put it, so I thought I may as well sit on this chair on top of this other chair. Stack the chairs, you know? Like at school, you used to stack all the chairs and sit on top of them. This is basically that, but cooler.
Does that mean that the seat you bought from me is being retired?
No, because as it turns out, that seat, which is a slim, is quite slim. And this seat is also a slim, and this is even slimmer than that seat. So I thought, I get this one. It's also a slim. It'll be fine. And then I sat in it and went, my shoulders are far too wide for this seat.
So who's going in that seat?
I'm going to see if Nicole fits in it, because I think she probably will. It's only a little bit slimmer than the one I've got, so it's probably about the right size for her.
She is the smallest human ever, so it might fit. Oh, she can have all the legroom, Matt.
It's comfy. It's really.
And then, Matt, when you drive it, you'll have lots of legroom, but you'll be sitting on the seat.
Yeah, it'll be like any time I've driven your car, only I'll be a lot closer to the pedals.
Yeah, I mean, you fitted in mine all right. It's only on the hips. It's only a tiny bit narrower than that. The shoulders.
Yeah, I do fit in your seat, but anytime I drove Milton's car, Because when I drive other people's car, I prefer not to adjust the seat if I can avoid it. Because
I can't adjust my seat.
Yeah. But on yours, you can't do it anyway. And I basically have to slouch in the seat to reach the pedals because I don't know whether you've got long legs or I've got short legs, but
you've got short legs.
I definitely have short legs, but I struggle to reach.
I have to sort of slouch a little bit to do clutch sometimes, but I'm saying that Rads drove my car and he could only use 2 pedals because his feet and legs were that tall, so he had to use the clutch and the throttle and hydro. He could only steer one hand because he couldn't physically get his arms around us.
Now we've gone off topic.
We've gone massively off topic, which is why I went quiet for a bit.
Talking about fuck ups and just cars. And...
I mean, I can give you a fuck up that's not a crash.
Go on, Matt.
Because I shared this on my Facebook memories, and it comes up every year. I'm going to remind everybody because it's.
Ooh, was it buying a rotary and thinking it was a good idea?
No.
Was it buying an NC and thinking it was a good idea?
Yeah, why did you buy a Nazi engine, Matt?
Because it's the best.
Winding you up. Go on, Matt. Go on.
I do it. I share this every single year as more of a public service announcement. What you need to do is when you load your drift car onto a trailer,
you
drive to a drift event, make sure you take the keys for said drift car with you.
That's a monumental doofus moment.
Yeah.
How far did you drive?
It was PUD.
Yeah, how far did you drive? 2 hours?
Something like that.
How long did you spend loading your car up?
Probably not that long.
About an hour.
So what I used to do was load the car, put the car on the trailer, load all the car the night before, take all the keys inside, and put them all together where they normally go. And then all I did was just autopilot, just pick up the Mazda 6 keys and nothing else.
You spent 3 hours to get to an event for a 2-second job.
Yeah, and then I went looking for the keys and went, yeah, this isn't going to happen. I just left the trailer there. And so after that, I hid the spare set of keys inside the car so that if I ever did forget to pick them up, I could go to that secret place and pull them out. But it's just
what we need to do is welded a box.
Keys with you.
Weld a box in your car that's got a key on it, so then you can forget that key that's got the secret keys in it.
What I ended up doing was there was I can tell everyone because I don't own the car anymore. In my center console, there was it was two sort of lifty up bits, like where the armrest was.
Mark II dash, did you?
Yeah. So you could just lift it, and there was one section. Then you press a button and you lift it again, and that's where I kept all my cables, like my aux cables and charging cables, and I buried it underneath all of that, right at the bottom.
I'm gonna steal your. Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't own either of those 2 cars, and you've got my trailer now.
That trailer's still going strong. I delivered a car
even after you popped the tire.
Strong Will.
Who's Will?
To be fair, it's strong. It just doesn't stop.
I mean, have I died yet? I delivered an NC last night. It did all right. Interestingly, with an NC with a bumper cut, you can fit it on my trailer. In case you was wondering, I don't know what brand trailer I've got. Yeah.
There isn't.
No, there is. There's 2 plates on it, and one of them's in German.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's why it's so strong.
What?
Bam, have you got a secondary topic?
No, not really. But we don't. We can ramble. We don't always.
Hang on,
fully on.
Bam! I've got something important though.
I can actually. Like
I've got something important, Bam.
But I've got a whole new fuck up.
Yeah, but mine's
literally
important.
just happened. Literally just happened. Which is
oh my god! If you tell us there's no audio again,
We're not. You wasn't recording, was you?
No, I am recording. It's to do with Milton's order, what he's just placed on the website for one of these magnificent beasts. And what's happened is that's a flat embroidery file, right? We all accept that is not 3D puff because this logo can't be 3D puff embroidered. I forgot to update the template that goes to our printer, so they're currently trying to do a 3D puff embroidery of this logo for Milton.
Oh, speaking of which, where's my order? Oh, do you want my order number?
I've got your order number.
Do you want me to read it out
That really
loud?
loud noise there was really annoying. So we're going to cut that bit out.
Was that the embroider going, what the hell is this? What is this?
It really-
I can't make it happen.
It was
Some really confused,
So we did
sad
this.
person on a Friday night sat there with a thread in one hand and a cap in the other going, what?
It's not
do you
Friday
mean?
night. It's not Friday night for this particular member of their team. Because what we do, because we're environmentally conscious, is we have everything made to order. But we've used a partner who have facilities in the States and in Australia and in Asia and in Europe and in the UK. And what that means is we don't fly stuff all around the world for you if it's clothing in big parcels. Environmentally.
Where's my
friendly
order? Look,
stuff.
there's my order number. Look, there's my order. Where is it? I ordered it like 10 minutes ago.
I'm literally talking to the printer about getting it produced right now.
I'm going to leave a bad review on Google.
That is also why some of you may have heard my mechanical keyboard clacking in the background frantically until I realised the mic was picking it up. So I do apologise for that in this episode. There you go, there's some more fuck-ups.
No one heard it. I didn't hear it.
Oh, that's all right. I think, unfortunately, the audio comes from my end, not from the lovely software that we use to record the podcast, because it doesn't pick up my voice if we do it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, there's been a few things, but actually, I think it brings us back to that point of, as you're exiting a show, like, have a little bit of fun, but don't do big skids when there's lots of people around, because like,
Especially if you can't control it.
yeah, if you kill someone, right, that's like, A, you're going to jail because lots of people just filmed you kill someone, and B, like, it's a bit of a dick move, really, isn't it? Even if it's manslaughter and you didn't mean to do it, it's a bit of a knob thing. So don't do it. Don't do stupid street-o around kids and families. Which brings me to this
Anti-Street-O Club.
Yeah, Anti-Street-O Club. He's right. Milton knew exactly where I was going with that. So what you can do is this the right one? This is the right one. You can get these on our website. They're pretty fucking sick. People like them. People buy them.
I've just spotted another fuck up.
What?
They're not printed straight.
The logo is on the wonk deliberately. It's a design feature. And what Milton likes to do is wind me up about this. Because the sticker on my car...
Oh, this is a big one.
He's reeling him in. He's reeling him in.
Get the net! Get the net!
If anybody wants Milton's sponsorship, leave your name in the comments and I'll see how good you are at driving.
Hang on, sponsorship. Did I not just place an order? Yes or no?
Yes, you did.
Did I or did I not use any discount codes?
Milton did not use any discount codes.
But there is a discount code.
He has got a discount code, he's right. And he doesn't use it. So the real question is...
Was I or was I not prompted to buy anything? Yes or no?
You were not prompted to buy anything, no.
Right.
Your order is now on hold at the printer so that my fuck-up can be fixed. And I apologise for that.
I'm taking one for the team, for the community.
He is. He's making sure that it doesn't happen when it's a real live customer.
Hey, Milton, I thought you had something important to say.
FRS merch. That is important.
FRS, man.
FRS.
Fucking running syndicate.
Everyone buy a shit GT86 merch.
Fuck up.
Who do we know that's got an FRS?
Nobody.
Yo,
Because
mama!
I know somebody who.
But if somebody does own a GT86, I have a steering wheel boss that I really need to get rid of. Let me know.
Aren't they the same as a GT86?
Yes.
So don't you know someone that's got a GT86?
No.
I know somebody who's taking one apart.
Oh, he's got a 370Z. Sorry, I was confusing. Oh, I thought Chris had a...
I kind of want a GT86 a little bit. I quite like how
Nicole's
they
looking at one.
They're
Nicole's
pretty
looking at one. Mainly because they come in what she defines it as spicy auto, which is semi-automatic.
Oh, there you go. Right, let's talk about a future fuck up that I suspect I'm going to get ripped for the second I do the thing. But where do we stand on the Maserati Ghibli diesel as a concept?
Well, it doesn't sound great so far.
On which part?
All of it. 1, not the best Italian car. 2, what the hell is a Ghibli? And 3, why would you buy an Italian diesel?
Because that's going to be reliable.
1, what is the best Italian sports car brand?
I wonder, are there any famous Italian sports car brands? It's not a country that's famed for having many Italian sports car brands.
There's 2 very specific ones. And now I'm finding out if I like you as a human being or not, Bryn.
Fiat.
No, you're missing.
He's killed me.
Sorry, Bryn. The other one's Alfa Romeo.
Actually, I
Don't
really
forget
like.
Lancia.
I actually really like that Alfa Romeo Quattroporte 4C thingy. Quattroporte.
The Ghibli,
which one?
the Ghibli is basically the same as the Quattroporte.
What? But now you're saying Quattroporte. He means the 4 cheese.
No, do I mean the 4 cheese? Whatever one they did in that underground film, it was green and James Dean drove it. The 4-seater, 4-door.
Yeah, that's the one that Chris owns. I think it's a Giulietta
Modelelli, the
Yeah,
beef
the 4
topping, no
cheese,
pepperoni.
Yeah.
The Quattro Formaggio.
Yeah.
Quadrophenia. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Like-
so anyone who was worrying about ordering from the website, the baseball cap thing is fixed now. And Milton wants to drive around in 4 cheeses, apparently.
There's just been a cut, Bam.
Yeah.
We are providing stellar content right now.
Everyone's gonna really enjoy the 4 cheese discussion.
Thanks for watching the most edited episode of Shooting the Shift for a while.
He's gonna have taken out all the fun bits. Everything I say is gonna be boring and sensible.
And every time Matt speaks, he's just going to beeps.
It's just a conversation with Bam and Milton this episode. Me and Matt aren't in it.
Yeah.
There's going to be another out. It's just Bam's point of view, and it's just him.
POV, you're in a chat with 3 other idiots.
Coming to TikTok near you.
Slowly go insane with me.
The thing is, none of us have been drinking tonight.
No.
I have.
Of course Bryn's been drinking. Bryn's always drunk.
How many beers have you had, Bryn?
Just the one, but I'm a tiny man.
All right. Let's roll back. I mean, we've got a half-hour episode on fuck ups, so.
This whole episode's a fuck up.
On that note, thanks for listening to Shooting the Shift once again. We'll be back next week. Not next week. There's another fuck up.
Whenever we're back.
We'll be back next time we're back in 2 weeks' time, and we'll have something sensible to talk it out again probably because, well, I'm kind of bored of fuck ups.
Bye.
Bye bye.